Alrighty, hello, and welcome to the multi-purpose Amphibious view. Just keep up the stairs here. Inside we've got, it's a little bright in here because of the lights, but we got lights. Very nice, very cool. Here we've got a single seat. We do have an emergency transponder. Parking brake is on. And we have the driver assist here, as you can see we got the camera on the left, front, and right. And of course, that flips to the back camera as well. We can fire it up. See, there we go. Just fire it up. See the headlights come on automatically. Plus some nice chicken lights in the middle. Down there you can see the fog lights. Up top you can see the horn. Have blinkers. Left, right, hazards. Steering. Clutch and brakes, so we have brake lights. I'm going to throw it into reverse. You see that nothing happens yet until we put in the clutch. So that's a nice little thing to just kind of like a quality of life thing, where if it's not moving, it doesn't beep incessantly, which I think is probably good. See, there's lights for in here, and let's see here. We got high beams. See, pretty bright. We have a beacon light on the top here, so it's set to whatever, and it has an infrared version right next to it, which is on its own circuit, which I figured was probably important. And let's see, we got water mode. We'll test that later. Well, not test it, we'll use it later. Emergency transponder, we don't need that. Turn off the parking brake. You want to go forwards. And we'll start moving. Except not really. On. Here we go. You see, it can get going pretty good. A little loud, but what can you do, right? Probably we turned on our high beams, right? Alright. So you can see we got our high beams on. We can see pretty far ahead of us. And you will just see the sun coming towards you if you're standing in front of it. You see, we're just cruising along. Suspension's doing its thing. And I'm going to think of it. Where is the nearest patch of water? Okay, there's water there, but that's not the water I want. We'll go over here. See, it handles itself pretty well. Don't know if it can make it up this hill, but we'll see. So you might be noticing it. It shifts by itself. It's an automatic. Oh, looks like we can't make it up that. That's fine. Throw it in reverse. Very loud and annoying, but that's what you want when it's backing up. Especially something that weighs 15.5 tons. Honestly, for something this big, it's actually relatively light. So you can make it a little lighter out. Back the time off a bit. Here we are cruising along at 60 kilometers per hour. About the max speed this thing can get to. So you can see we just activated manual mode there. See, we're now in fourth gear, or first gear, not fourth gear. So you can push 5 to upshift. There you go. You can't just push it, it takes a second. There we go, the next gear. Next gear. And fifth gear. Let's just get back on course here. And finally, sixth gear. Sixth gear is the only one that you can actually hear the RPMs change. You see, we can see pretty well around us. So yeah, it does struggle to get over some of these steeper things, but I mean, it's 15-ton wheel vehicle on rubber tires. It's not going to be the most off-road focused thing ever. I mean, it can if you get some momentum going. You can, of course, replace the rear wheels with a pair of tracks, and that works just as well. You just have to make sure their grip is less than 100%, so the front wheels have more grip. So you can actually steer it. We're almost at the water. You can see we have our water propellers there on the back. So when we enter the water, we can switch to water mode. And those are going to do their thing. And we're sliding down the hill. And alrighty, and now we will turn this off. Go. We put on the parking brake too while we're at it. Lock the wheels up. Then we can push the up arrow. And there go the propellers. And there you go. We're now driving in the water. And while we're here, I can demonstrate the auto fog lights. So if I turn up the fog, you'll notice the lights on the bottom will power on. There we go. There's your fog lights. I'm kind of proud of that one. And off they go again. And you can see there are some skis there in the middle and on the front, and that's just to stop you from destroying things if you hit, you know, at the base of a hill a little too hard. You see this thing turns pretty good. It's very slow. It only goes, I think, 15-ish, yeah, 18 roughly, an average of 18 kilometers per hour in the water. But I mean, I've started from here and I've taken it all the way down to here, where the waves were tall enough to, I don't know, where the waves were like twice the height of this thing. And this thing's pretty tall. I mean, it's like the size of a 2-story building, so yeah. Pretty nifty little thing. We'll take it. Nope, that's not the right vehicle. Where is the vehicle? Where are we? There we are. And take it back to the workbench. And now we'll get to the stuff on the outside here. You can see we can lock the cargo floor here. We can lower it. It's on a twin track system. Lets it come all the way down to the ground. You've got the oh, I want to keep that lowered. You can walk up onto it. Doesn't connect on the other side. but that's probably fine. I'm not going to be putting anything too heavy on there anyways. And you'll see it lock, and then it's locked in place and it won't fall down. And it does the same thing on the other side. You see there's a warning here, don't stand on it. Please, don't stand on it. Okay, the warning is there for a reason. Because there is no space for your head in there if you go up with it. You see in here we can pump fuel in. I believe on the other side we have pump fuel out. It's not labeled, but I'm pretty sure this one is an out, so you can supply fuel to another vehicle if needed. And then see that sometimes it does fall down, so you can leave that on. It's not perfect, obviously, it's Stormworks, right? You can't expect perfection from Stormworks. So back here you can see we got the 2 med bays. We've got some storage closets, we've got a couple of bunk beds with a nice blue paint job. Make you feel at home. And back here, just a whole bunch of buttons. Don't worry about it. I got bored and placed like 20 buttons inside of this one. And then I believe over here, we got disco mode, which isn't anything too special. It just flips between, you know, a few colors, but I think it's cool. You have a little disco party back here, or you can bother people with it. This also does disco mode. It's just a much more annoying version of it. There we go. I had to find better music because the music was too intense. See, we can open the door. The door is not level with the floor, so there's a little bit of a ramp there. So we can disconnect the pallet. Activate that, push that out. And my inventory is full. Right, that's because it reached the edge there, so we'll have to just do that. Stop. Yeah, so I can't push things up ramps, which I think is kind of silly. Let's see, there's an empty large inventory slot around, right? Yes, there we go. So that is the one downside, is you do have to lift it with this. Just enough for it to start lifting though, not a ton. And you should just be able to keep pushing it. Come on. I need to back this up a little. Whoops. Yeah, so you gotta be a little careful with that. Now once you kind of get it out the door a bit, turn off the magulls and just push it. This is the only precarious part. Gotta wait for it to push it. There it goes. If you want it to stay on the door there, do the connect pallet. There we go, connected. And you can lock it in place again. Or you can turn it off. Of course, this would be like a two-person job because you would need a forklift or a crane or something. And you can just push it off the edge, and it would land flat if there wasn't a thing right here. Can I move this? I don't think I can move it. I think that's stuck there. But yeah, you can do that with both. And I have successfully used my forklift, my cute little forklift that I made. I was able to use that to put a pallet in there. Worked out pretty well, actually. And I think that just about covers everything. I don't think there's really anything else to cover. There is, of course, the automatic cooling system, which powers on by itself. If we just go take a little peek in here. Oop, I forgot that that's backwards of the build menu. So in here you can see we've got the transmission and the generator over here. That's for monitoring RPS. Double flywheel setup. We've got, let's have a look here. Can't remember what this is. Right, it's an H. It's an H24 engine. You can see we've got 4 banks of 6 cylinders with 3 rows of crankshaft pieces holding them together. On the front here we've got the radiators, the automatic cooling system. It's also over there. This is intercooler system for the air coming in. It doesn't actually do anything, I just thought it looks cool. And it also makes the airflow a steady rate, which I think is a positive. And I got the batteries. There's the actual transmission down there. Those gray ones there, that's the transmission. Here is the fuel tank, as you can see, very large, very big. Then back here, we've got the motor for the water propulsion. That's fuel pumps. Oh no, they're both in. Okay, I thought maybe one of them pumped fuel out, but they both pump fuel in. Good to know. And got a whole bunch more batteries back here, just to help power everything and keep things powered. And I think that covers everything. Of course, we'll go over the cockpit here one last time. So you got emergency transponder, parking brake, ignition, drive, reverse, tachometer, and you can set the throttle down as low as it goes. It's just that it's not a promise that it will actually keep the vehicle charged while you do stuff. You see headlights, fog lights. I think there is... Okay, there used to be one that was like cooling system active, but that might be a different vehicle. You see the fuel tank there, 16,000 liters. Beacon lights, water mode. Driver assist, which turns on your cameras there. Throttle, of course, does throttle. Cabin lights, you can see we got some lights in here. High beams. You can hear that there's another button down there, because I put the high beams to a button before building the cabs, so it's like a relay switch basically. And that's actually what it's labeled if we go down in here. Yeah, it's right there. So if we go high beams, there we go, see? So that's a relay switch basically. And yeah, I think that covers everything. There is no hood on this vehicle, so if you blow up the engine, you're done. You gotta respawn it. But this thing was kind of built to not need to be repaired. It's the only way you'd need to repair it is if you crash into something, and honestly, if you crash into something hard enough that this can't save you, then you were probably screwed to begin with. But yeah, that's the whole vehicle. That's all there is to it. So, yeah. And as I said earlier, if you want a little more off-road ability, oh, it's a Rogue Wave. Aw, that's a cute Rogue Wave. You can actually, if you wanted to, you could add like a tank drive wheel in the middle here instead. And add like, 2 blocks this way, 2 blocks that way, and a roller and a roller. Actually, why don't I just demonstrate? Just demonstrate. So you see that there is... Right, it's just a double wheel, but it doesn't really do much. And if you say you want some better maneuverability, you can grab, say, tank drive wheel small wide. Okay, there we go, like that. And we'll break these. This isn't being mirrored, that's fine for me anyways. This is just a demonstration. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Do a bit of this. I don't know why I do that. I think it's mostly like it looks aerodynamic or something. And then, oh, I think we need to go a little further. Yeah, you do that, and then you grab just another set of these, like so, and you just make sure that their grip is lowered. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but you gotta hear me out here. And you go do that, reduce the track tension too so it doesn't hop around a bunch. So 75, 75. So there we go. And now if you were to go off and drive, that would produce a lot more grip, and we would be able to go up that hill that we failed to go up earlier. So yeah, that's all there is to it. That's this vehicle in a nutshell. And it'll look just like this, and if you don't like the yellow, you can always change it. Right, pretty easy to do. Just replace color. Say you want it to be red on the top. There you go, it's red now. Or say, I don't know, you are a really boring person, you want it all to be gray. You can do that too. Or if you want to be really, really fancy, schmancy, you can make it highlighter pink. That's fine too. Right, you can make it whatever colors you want. It can be 2-tone, 3-tone. You can see it's got 3-tone here because of the black. And you can do whatever you want with paint. You can change the color of the headlights if you want to. Like if you want pink high beams, go right ahead. You can have pink high beams. Right, you want red blinkers, go right ahead. You can have red blinkers. Right, and you want this stuff here, you want that to be red? Sure, go ahead. You can make it blue. Doesn't really matter. You know, you can do what you want. It's not that big a deal. I think you can change the color of your rims too if you really, really wanted to. Right, you can make them blue. You can change the color of this. That would be a bit of a pain. And you can change all the interior colors. You can't change the lights. Unless you want to mess with all the composite stuff. But you can change the lights in here, you know. Make these lights blue if you wanted to. You can make the seat blue if you wanted to. Right, you can make the seat blue, you can make the seat orange, you can make it green, you can make it white, you know. Same with the dash, you can make whatever color you want. What I'm trying to say is you can, other than touching like any of the components, logic stuff, I really don't care what you do with it. You know, paint it whatever you want, be creative. I'm not going to stop you. And that's kind of why I did it like this. I made things different colors so that you can go and make it whatever color you want. Anyways, have fun with it. That's all from me.